Hello and welcome to English session with Rajiv, and today we are going to talk about how to answer short question in your English. So short question, you are asked this short question in your examination. They are 7 in number, but you need to answer only 5. So 5 short questions are there. Each questions consists 3 marks. So altogether the total marks will be 15 marks. So a question, most of the time I face this question, how to answer short question, because it is only 3 marks in. So for 3 marks, how to write answer? So the answer is very simple. You are going to maintain, even for 3 marks, suppose this is your page, 3 paragraphs. The first one will be introduction, intro. Second will be body, second part will be body, and third part will be conclusion. And let me tell you, all these 3 aspects you are going to incorporate in this single sheet of paper. Don't try to write 2 pages. Try to write at least 1 page, not even a single half of the page, but try to write 1 page. And I'm going to teach you how you can write a page answer in order to answer this short question. Fine. So in introduction, in introductory part, in intro part, you are going to mention the text. Usually text is always mentioned in bracketized word in your examination, and after that you need to know who the writer is. You must writer. You must know who the writer is, and also you should know the basic theme, or let's say main theme, basic theme or main theme. And final element is address the question asked. Address the question asked. Whatever question is asked, you are going to write it. See, within 2 or 3 sentences you can write it in introduction part. And so far as introduction is concerned, don't write more than 3 sentences, don't write more than 5 lines. Okay, just this much. Okay, so in body, what you are going to do in body, in your body part, you are going to begin your answer hitting at the head of the question. Hit at the head of question. Hit at the head of question. After that, elaborate your point. Elaborate your claim. Your claim, you can call it your point also. See, the marker may not be very darker, but you need to pay attention to me because I'm not that fast. Elaborate your claim. After that, cite supporting details from the text. You can also make or cite examples, and finally claim your inference. This is your body part. And conclusions are, well, in 2 to 3 sentences, conclusion. Write 2 to 3 sentences your conclusion. You write again what you have written. You write again what you have written. That means you say again what you have said. Sir, tehi sardine? No, it's not like that. You are going to rephrase it. Suppose I have brought some examples for you. So let's begin. Suppose your question is, explain the title of Lamentation of the Old Pensioner. Explain the title of Lamentation of Old Pensioner for 3 marks. If this question is asked, then obviously in introductory part you need to know who the writer is. Who is the writer? Tell me. Yeah, W.B. Yeats. Okay, what is the text name? Always mention there, the Lamentation of Old Pensioner. And what is the main theme of this text? Love and Reminiscences. That is from Unit 1. Okay, love and reminiscences, and address the question asked. What is the question? Justify the title or explain the title, The Lamentation of Old Pensioner. If this question is asked, how you are going to write its introduction? Let's learn. So here you are going to write who the writer is and what is the text. Let's begin. The Lamentation of Old Pensioner by W.B. Yeats is a poem. That deals with the sorrow and suffering of the speaker who is troubled by the sense of aging. You understand? This poem by W.B. Yeats deals with the sorrow and suffering of the speaker who is troubled by the sense of aging. This is your topic sentence. This is your first sentence. Here you have mentioned what is the text name. Here you have mentioned who the writer is. Here you also happen to mention the main theme. Okay, now hit at the head of the questions or address the question. As I have said, the question is justify the title or explain the title. Now write the term Lamentation of Old Pensioner. The term lamentation of the title. The term lamentation of the title refers to sorrow and the old pensioner. And old pensioner refers to the speaker who has been retired from youth. So you have taken the title. From that title you happen to say, you have taken two words. And what are they? They are the lamentation. Lamentation main refers to sorrow and old pensioner refers to the speaker, okay, who has been retired from youth. Okay, so this is how you have answered in the introductory part. In that introductory part you have mentioned the text, you have mentioned the author, you have mentioned the main theme, and you have also addressed the question asked, because the question was justify the title or explain the title, and you have said in that title lamentation means sorrow and pain, and pensioner, old pensioner means the speaker who is suffering because he is retired from his youth. Okay, now sample questions 2. I have taken this from another poem. That poem is Full Fathom Five Thy Father Lie. There is a question: how is death meaningful in the poem Full Fathom Five Thy Father Lie? How is death meaningful in the poem Full Fathom Five Thy Father Lie? So here, introduction, let me ask you introduction. Who is the writer? William Shakespeare. What is the text name? Full Fathom Thy Father Lie. And what is its theme? Its theme is ecology, but life versus death. And address the question asked. What is your question? How death is meaningful. How death is meaningful. Okay, let's put our learned principle into practice. Now how you can write over there is very simple. Full Fathom Thy Father Lie by William Shakespeare is an extract extracted from the play The Tempest, extracted from the play The Tempest, Act 1st, Scene 2nd. Shakespeare, through the consolations of Ariel to Ferdinand, superbly projects death as a meaningful process. See, in your introductory part, in that introductory sentences, you have written, say, William Shakespeare, you have mentioned Full Fathom Thy Father Lie, you have also said how death is meaningful, superbly project death as a meaningful process. For the poet, death is not the termination of life. Death is not the termination of life. Rather, it is a meaningful process. It is a meaningful process as it transforms our physical existence, into something more significant. So death is very meaningful. Is it clear? So this is how we have mentioned it. Now talking about the body, how to write about the body, I have already told you. Now let me take the sample answer for body part 1. Okay, the body for how to write the body, and the body for it I have chosen questions from Purgatory. These are the questions which are frequently asked in your examination, my dear students. That's why I have brought it. What is the old man's motive in murdering the boy? The question is, what is the old man's motive in murdering the boy? I'm so sure, students, now you know how to write introduction. Okay, how to write introduction, you know it. Now I'm going to tell you how to write body. In body, what we need to mention is we are going to hit at the head of the questions, and after that we are going to elaborate our point. We are going to cite the supporting details if possible. We are also going to include examples, and finally we make inference. So the question is, what is the old man's motive in murdering the boy? So how we can go with it is that first we are going to hit at the head of the question. Begin your answer hitting at the head of the questions, because that turns out to be your topic sentence. So the apparent motive, body part we begin. The apparent motive of old man in murdering the boy. In murdering the boy, boy appears to be the bag full of money. It appears to be the bag full of money, for which both of them quarrel with each other. However, the real motive of the old man is to bring emancipation, for his mother's soul, who he supposes to be wandering at purgatory. This is how you have written. Okay, this is how you have developed. Now develop your argument. Okay, whenever you develop your argument, make points to justify your argument. Focus what happened when the man was 16 years old. Now develop your argument to prove the chain of crime, suffering, and purgatory or purification from this point. And write a solid sentence in order to develop your argument also. How you can write that solid sentence? I will tell you. It is true that the quarrel of the old man with his son for the bag full of money leads him to a situation in which he kills his son with the knife. The man killed his son with the same knife, which he has killed, which he had killed his father at the age of 16. As the old man's son was also at 16 and was not reluctant to kill him, the old man had no option but to kill his own son to stop the chain of crime. This is how you can develop your body. Now, citing supporting detail. How to cite supporting detail? Let's see. On the top of it, he himself reveals his real motive in murdering the boy towards the end of the play. According to the old man, he kills his son for the emancipation of his mother's soul, because he believes that by killing his son, he can stop the chain of crime that was passing from one generation to another. In his opinion, if he had not killed his son, then his son would have got married, begot children, and the pollution would have passed on. Now make the inference to justify your claim. How you justify your claim? And therefore, the purification of his mother's soul would have remained impossible, and so on to the generation unborn. When you say so, you are making an inference. Therefore, the purification of his mother's soul would have been impossible, and so on to the generation unborn. That's why, he killed that boy. Now conclusion over here. Write again what you have written. Conclusion, you know how to write it. Okay, so for conclusion, I have brought another questions for you, and the question is, what is the old man's motive in murdering the same boy? Okay, let's apply the conclusion. This is the wholesome answer for the question. What is the old man's motive in murdering the boy? And now in conclusion, you are going to write, don't write much. In this way, that is conclusion, change the paragraph and write. In this way, the motive of killing the boy is not for the bag full of with money, rather than to bring liberation to the old man's mother. The apparent motive is hence replaced by real motive. The apparent motive is hence replaced by the real motive, which is unfolded when the old man justifies his murdering act, as he deliberately does it for the sake of his mother's soul. Okay, so another question, another sample. How does the boy, the narrator, look at his uncle and his friends in the story or story? You have heard a story, right? You have read that story. How does the boy and the narrator look at his uncle and his friends in the story or story? So how to write its conclusion? Okay, so conclusion is very easier to write, and now you know. In this way, therefore, hence, whatever you can write it. In this way, the boy describes his uncles in terms of his physical appearance, hobby, and his activity in outing, and love and hate relationship with his wife Sarah. Okay, you have read this thing. Physical appearance, hobby, what is his hobby? Whenever he is happy, he blow the whistle, fee, 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 right? And his love and hate relationship, his wife also beats him in his hate relationship with his wife Sarah. On the other hand, how does he look at his friend? On the other hand, the boy's attitude towards his uncle's friend is hazy, confusing, as he simply introduces them using their name. Okay, Mr. Wingy something, using their name without any respectable greeting or respectful greeting. He doesn't say uncle's friend, uncle, no. He happens to say it is Mr. Wilgie. So we can conclude that the boy shares very close attachment with his uncle, but he has a sense of aversion. Sense of aversion means sense of hatred, sense of aversion towards his uncle's friend. Now, did you understand how to write this short answer? Try sitting at your home, because everything is displayed over here, and it is always wonderful to talking while with my students. Okay, now catch you soon in next video. Till that time, it's me, Rajiv Nirala, saying bye bye. Stay mellow. Namaste.